back to another episode of EU4. Today we will be playing as the nation we created in the last episode, Seville. If you did indeed watch that video, you would know that we used the new nation creator tool that was included in the latest expansion for EU4, El Dorado. And obviously the things you create are fictitious and not historically accurate, although we went for a semi-realistic sort of nation, at least this section of Iberia. We've decided that we've succeeded from the Kingdom of Castile to form our own nation. Our capital's down here. We're Andalusian, which is this southern sort of Iberian sort of thing. In terms, you notice also that we're back to the 11th of November 1444. Unfortunately, between episodes, another patch was created by Paradox. It included like the Women in History DLC. That's the patch they're currently on, and unfortunately after that came in, I was unable to load our game with the randomized new world, so I did have to start again. We just have the normal new world now, so the North America, South America, Central America / the Caribbean sort of things. Historically accurate, or not even historically, its geography is the same as the real world, so when we sail out there we'll know exactly what we will find, which is a bit of a bummer, but I think overall is okay. Obviously when we unlock the tech for it, we'll be using the new auto explore feature, which allows us to not have to micromanage our exploration fleet, and we're not really going to lose as many fleets stupidly, like sort of just sending them out there and forgetting about them. We'll send them on an exploration mission and they will come back to us. No more clicking, coming back, clicking, coming back. Obviously we'll have a look at that once we get our ideas up. Obviously our first ideas will be exploration, and it's the second idea, quest for the new world, that we're most interested in. Obviously the colonist helps as well, but it would be nice if those two were obviously swapped around, but can't have everything. So yeah, like I said, I did have to start again, but all our ideas and everything are the same. Our rulers have the same stats, although their names and ages are slightly different, but all in all it did add up to the 200 points we're allowed to use, at least in the normal setting of the nation designer. One difference I have to point out is this one here. It was obviously a misclick that I didn't notice until too late. We've got a minus 10% to heavy ship cost. That was intended to be light ship. Obviously light ships are what we use to protect trade, although we'll make do with what we've got and obviously build ourselves a bit of a navy. It can't hurt to have heavy ships, particularly if we come into conflict in the New World, and indeed closer at home. You know, Portugal and Castile will have strong navies, and England I'm sure will come into conflict at one point or another, and it will help to have a strong navy. So I suppose it's not a complete loss, although it does make our nation slightly weaker, at least in terms of trade. So yes, so we're back at the start date, but our sort of plan will be the same. Obviously very early on we're going to want to go to war with Granada. It has the same culture as us, which will be nice. Obviously it's Sunni while we are Catholic, but we will make do. Portugal's obviously rivaled us, which is fair enough. We'll see if we might want to eat them up. It's always nice to have a one less colonial power sort of taking our provinces. We'll also probably want to take a bit of Morocco here. Tangiers is always a nice province to have, considering it is an important centre of trade. Melilla here is also nice because it is in the same trade node, although if we look at the culture, it's Berber. We would not accept it. Of course, we don't really accept Moroccan either, but if we ate this coast, I'm sure we'd get enough base tax to get that accepted, which would be nice for us. So I suppose what we sort of want to do is eat this coast. In terms of Castile, we want to be friendly with them early on, but obviously eventually they have these Andalusian provinces which would look very nice in our dark blue colour. Form a nice little thing here. Also, there's these new cores at Leon, which we want to release. Obviously, we first succeeded from the crown. We want them to do the same. At least we'll tell ourselves that. Obviously, the only way we'll release them is as a vassal and feed them all their cores. But for our sort of flavor, sort of quasi historical sort of thing, that's how we'll play that out. I think it's a nice bit of flavor. So yes, obviously the first thing we want to do is to pick our rivals, and for now I think we'll just rival the people who have rivaled us. And Morocco. Obviously, forming an alliance with Castile is always a good idea, so let's do that straight away. We'll unpause. Perfect. Okay, our next mission. They're not allied with anyone, and if I'm correct, that will give us... I'm going to take this. Obviously Castile has a cause here, and it will piss them off. Genova's also taken a mission, I think it's called Trouble in Tangiers. Oh, Great in Gibraltar. Tangiers. Obviously not bloody... that would give them a claim on Tangiers. I'm obviously getting confused, sorry. But yes, so obviously we're going to fully annex them, which might be crazy considering it will pretty much double the size of our nation. That being said, we have to beat Castile to it, and we obviously want to declare as soon as possible before any silly business with Morocco allying them and stuff. We don't really want that, so obviously they won't come. Fine. We'll obviously also want an alliance with France when Spain turns on us, but for now I think we're going to have to declare before any alliances pop up. Obviously we're going to want a leader who is rubbish, but we'll take what we can get. Come and march on them straight away. Also build some more units to join the battle once they're built. So we'll unpause, kick the speed up maybe to 3. Hopefully catch them. Castile wants a royal marriage and we will accept. Morocco entered an alliance. Hopefully they won't jump in on this war. And somehow I don't don't think they will, considering they've had plenty of time to. They've got 4 light ships. We want to keep our trade power, sorry Castile. We'll send our ships here to blockade. Morocco did end up joining. I wonder if we can't call them to arms. That's far less than ideal. We sort of wanted to avoid that whole situation. Grenada's fabricating on us. They must have done that early on. We look at our ledger. Where are we? Morocco has 13,000 men. That's a lot more than us. We can afford to lose some money, get a bit of prestige per year. Let's get this ship up here. We captured 2 ships there, which is nice. Not sure what. Ideally we'd want Portugal to declare on Morocco, but I doubt they have a reason to yet. So obviously the way to play this one out is to just siege Grenada 100%. They are the war leader. We won't get 100% war score straight away, but in 5 years we will. That's a recent addition to the game, whereby early on in the game's sort of development before that change, Morocco would have become the war leader there because of their strength. But since I believe it's Art of War, whoever you declare on does remain war leader, and to compensate for sort of big nations declaring on one province minors and sort of getting out of the war early before big neighbours can help out. So for example, if Ulm was allied with France and Austria declared, first off, France would become war leader and would be able to call in their own allies and stuff, but with the change, Ulm would remain a war leader. France would still get called into the war, would not be able to call their own allies unless they were declared co-belligerent by Austria, which doesn't always happen. But yeah, so even though Ulm would be the war leader, 100% siege would not give 100% war score for 5 years, so that's sort of to give France the time to come and defend their ally. But once that 5 years is up, you automatically get that 100% war score, which is nice. We'll take the stability, nice to get that early. Attach a siege. You guys come up here, join these guys. Oop. Come siege over here as well. I think we'll take a diplomatic reputation guy. That is nice. If we take a look at the ledger, Morocco only has 14 now, whereas we have 9. Let's land in Tangiers. Okay. Probably a foolish idea. Although if we can get them in the mountains, we might chance. I think it would be foolish to make a landing on Morocco at this point, though. For now, let's improve relations with France. What does Aragon think of us? Allied to rival, that would be Castile. Who else do we want to be friendly with? Obviously no one in Africa. They're now in 2 wars. Let's take advantage of that. Have you guys land in Tangiers. Wonder if they were the aggressor in that war. Defender. Interesting. Oh, beautiful. You guys come and join in the party. Hopefully Morocco will stay busy over there and allow us to I feel it might be better to do that. Now they're coming back for me. 26. I don't suppose you want to let me in. Are we to stay in Fez? They're still in the 2 wars, yes. Is it worth going over our force limit? I'm going to say yes. This might end up being a very expensive war. But we'll see how we go. Move you guys back. Come here. So we've got 100% blockade, which should help our siege along. That's 0. To get an... That's okay, we'll take a few loans, I'm sure we can afford it. Conquests, they do have a claim on Tangiers, obviously we want to beat them to it. Which is nice. Probably eventually we'll take Ceuta off Portugal. It is Moroccan, which we want to keep in mind. In fact, I feel all of Morocco... Oh no, we have a few Berbers. They're Berber down south, so we'll avoid them. Marrakesh would be a nice province to have for the base tax. If we look at Safi, important center of trade there. You are Moroccan. I feel perhaps we won't really bother with that. 100% blockade. If we look at our ledger, Morocco 18,000 but no manpower. Now that Portugal's landed troops, we should be fine. What we're gonna want to do obviously is sort of take this whole coast. might be safe enough to dismantle our two mercenaries, obviously with our Iberian friends in North Africa. Our armies should be safe. They are leading both of these sieges, which I like to see. We could kick Fez out as a... They produce gold, do they? That ends up being a very nice we'll take the mercantilism. Very nice province to have, actually. Obviously we won't take it in this war, although we could take one of them, release them as a vassal and feed them all their cores. That could definitely be a thing. They're obviously a lot more valuable to us than Fez would be. And obviously if we took Marrakesh for ourselves, obviously not in this war but in a later one, we would share a border. 10 Gs. That probably safely come down here to get 100% siege. Where are you guys going? Good, you can go after Aragon, that's fine by me. Obviously the number that goes up when they're in an engagement with Aragon is because it has Themplin's units there as well, who are obviously hostile towards Aragon but not us, so that's why there's only 6 there. All in all, I feel a relatively strong start to the campaign. Obviously, very, very long term, we want to sort of have as much of the New World as possible, secure all that trade, get super, super rich. I'm not sure how much of Iberia I'm actually interested in. I think early on we'll play hyper aggressively, take our Andalusian province for ourselves. If we get into conflict, further conflicts with which would be the cheapest to take to 4. That's only a base tax of 4. But I feel it will be the cheapest to take in a peace deal, so we'll do that. Yeah, so obviously if we need to release Lyon, but in terms of going further into Europe, I don't think that will be necessary, as long as we have a stronghold in the Seville trade node, which of course is what we share our name with. Should be right. Obviously holding this important center of trade is nice. We'll have 10 Gs, which only leaves Lisboa, but considering that's Portugal's capital and the base tax of 10, it's a very, very valuable province, but also very difficult to take? Interesting. We'll go stand in Fez just to siege out their capital. Peace offer from Morocco? I don't think so. Where's Abada? Sure. I think we got lucky there. Obviously, that's occupied by Morocco, so the rebels despawned pretty much straight away. Morocco. What sort of... I want 10 Gs. You won't even give me 10 Gs. That's a lot. Aggressive expansion's okay. We won't piss anyone off. Very happy with France. Will you marry us? You will. Beautiful. So we've got Portugal. We can probably cancel that access. Don't need it. So obviously we're going to need one slot open up for these guys down here. I think we'll marry here. Why not? I'm going to kick the speed up. Getting a call for peace, which isn't nice. But obviously Morocco won that siege. That would be 100%. Let's see if we can get... We'll have to lose the prestige at this point. So as you can see, this is kicked up to 100%. That's because 55 years, I think we'll have to take it. Interesting. Has Portugal pieced out? They have. Which makes me think we want to piece out of this sooner rather than later. From the siege of Fez. At least give me 10 Gs, you will. And that. How close are we? If we look at Morocco one more time, they've only got 9,000 men, absolutely no manpower. I say we go for it. Honestly, this war exhaustion will hurt, but hopefully we win this engagement, and we will. All in all, a successful first video. Although with these guys, we're gonna have to go and stomp them because we will lose that. It's too late. Morocco and that. Not quite. That's all I want. What about now? No. Comes stand here. In fact, we're gonna unsiege that, detach. Don't go that. It's the only way you can go. Can't beat these guys up. You come and help. Come and beat these guys up. Take the military tech, which hopefully gives us a slight advantage in this engagement. Might be close. Looks like we will win, however. What about now, Morocco? No. Where are you running to? Go stomp them. Let's go to speed 5, just to finish these sieges as quickly as possible. In fact, if we come over here, we'll just this one. What about now, Morocco? How much do we have to put? 5. What about some money? No. Will you pay? I think we'll call that good enough. Get them out of the war. All we have to do now is re-siege Granada. Let's get the army tradition. That's very nice. You guys come here to with that as well. Come on, we need you guys to get there for us. So it looks like we'll win this engagement. But morale. Very nice. We'll take the national ideas. Obviously, we'll repay our loan. We're going with exploration. We'll take the colonist. Although, what we really want is a quest for the New World. This video has probably gone on a little longer than I anticipated, but of course, I don't really want to end it halfway through. Let me start. That's expensive to call, but we'll do it. We'll also do that because we don't really want rebels to pop. Don't have the manpower to deal with it at the moment. In fact, national unrest. I'm gonna hire him. Obviously here we're not going to core it because we can't. First and second, we are going to release a vassal, but we have to be at peace in order to do that. Looks like Castile's waiting to declare on Granada. So we now get a claim on Marrakesh. Could have used that before, that's alright. So obviously Spain's waiting. Unfortunately, there'll be no Granada for them to declare on. What is our war exhaustion looking like? It's probably quite high. 8 is not good. In fact, I'm going to pay it down a bit. Of course, it's still really high. Independence for sus? I don't think so. So I'll kick the speed up again just to finish these 2 sieges. Get these guys just to stand on Tangiers while it calls on Granada. You guys can come home to the capital. for peace again. Hopefully not too much longer here for Gibraltar. So obviously it's going to be a full annexation. It's obviously full annexation. Don't have enough diplomatic power. What are they offering, I wonder? I don't think so. Regardless, you can also come home. So we're obviously just waiting for our Diplo power to tick up. I think I might even set that as our national focus. Obviously also because this is a diplomatic tech group, we want to pop that as quickly as possible. In hindsight, I probably should have made our core creation cost and our trade steering, our trade power, swap them around. But no matter, it'll make these. How are we going? How much do we need? 130. What was it? 35. A few more months. Interesting that. Who you're all with? Interesting. In another war with France already. Can't get enough. We can piece these guys out, which we will do. Fine. We'll pause. Lucky that ticked over. They now dislike us a lot. Who are you at war with? We're going to improve relations here. Okay, bring the speed back down. Castile's very angry with us. We're going to obviously do that anyway, but get it. Might as well do that one while we've got that as a core. Also do that one. Can't afford that one quite yet, but that's okay. First thing we want to do is create a subject that will send. That's a nice color actually. Good to see they're Catholic, even though it's a Sunni province. Mostly want to royal marry them. Fantastic. That's a very nice color. I'm liking these dark blues and these deep pinks. Very nice indeed. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We were very successful. We managed to double our nation. We've got a new vassal which will be able to feed a lot of cores to. Obviously we'll fall behind slightly in technology because coring is expensive. We did get 10 Gs though, so once that's cored we should find we have a lot of trade power. And obviously the more of Castile we eat, the more that number will go up. We'll bring these guys home. But yes, thank you for watching. Pretty successful video like I said. Please join me next time where we will continue. With any luck, Portugal will declare on us, Castile will join them, France will join us, and come and wipe the floor with them, and we'll do that sort of thing. Obviously we want to avoid declaring any more wars for a while, so we'll just take advantage of defensive wars. Castile's armies are pretty scary at the moment though. But yes, anyway, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye bye now.